Greetings and happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, everyone. Prayerfully, everyone is doing well. I see we have member Twin B Song in the building as well as Warrior Queen Avil, who has already said, "Let's go Dolphins. Woohoo." And Warrior Queen Avil also says, "Sunday morning football, I'm ready. I am sure that you are." Excuse my voice, and I may have to take a quick break to get some more tea in. Unfortunately, I did not do my week 8 picks. However, I did see the games. So I will be going over a few of those briefly. So, again, welcome everyone. Happy Saturday. Perhaps it's Sunday already, depending upon where you are on the globe. Now, I'm going to go over week 9, and if you haven't, and I'll pin it, I may pin it later, for my birthday live stream, which will be in about 25 days. So make sure that you come by for a brief message. It won't be long, trust me, because it'll be at the stroke of midnight, God willing. But anyway, oh no, Black Edits, also a member, is in the house and says, "Go Colts." How did your Colts do last week, Black? And I'm waiting for a little one of nature's creations in the form of a bird. The color of the bird would be black. I wonder if a little black bird will fly into this chat later. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But we'll get to him shortly. So, again, welcome all members. I didn't think that they did, Black, but I didn't really want to get on you already. Hi there, Twin B. And I'm not sure who this Twin B is. Is this your second channel? Yes, Little Blackbird. Do you remember the movie? Oh, God, you just made me forget my train of thought. Did you remember the movie Silence of the Lamb, where Claire Starling went to meet with Hannibal Lecter? And he said, "Fly away, Starling. Fly, fly, fly." I think that's what's happened to Little Blackbird. But maybe, just maybe, he'll fly in and fly out. Oh no, TD Sports Talk is in the house. Hey there, how are you? And TD says, "Go Hawks." I'm assuming you mean the Seahawks. Okay, Twin B, let me get over to you in a moment. Hold on. And Okay, Twin, you have quite a bit in here, so I have you for number one, but you have like four. So let me close this out. Give me 1 second. Okay. Hopefully everyone can hear me now. If you can hear me, let me know. Okay. Hold on. I'm getting out all of these twins. I don't mind doing second channels, but 3, 4, and 5, especially if I'm not familiar, we're not going to do. Okay. Now, let us continue on to week 9. Now, as we know, or should know, week 8 was exciting, but week 9, in my opinion, is going to be extremely exciting. We have some good matchups where a lot of teams are tied. That being said, let us look at the standings thus far. And as Queen Warrior Aville came in earlier, and always comes in with comments about the Dolphins. They are sitting pretty at the AFC East. Right now, they are 6-2. Hello there, Miss Joe. How are you? Long time. Hey there, Shabs. How are you? Then we have the Buffalo Bills, 5-3. The New York Jets. We'll talk about that later. And perhaps Little Blackbird will be in soon. Hey there, twin. I saw a lot of different bees coming up. I don't know who that is, so I had to block those. I don't need any spam in here or fake profiles that may hurt this page or those that come here. So if you have a second channel, a legitimate second channel, let me know. But the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm not sure who those were, so I had to block those. Hey there, Saif. How are you? I am doing well. Thank you for coming in. Next, we have in the AFC East, the New England Patriots, who are at 2-6. Next up, the AFC North, Baltimore also sitting at 6-2, along with Miami. Then we have the terrible towel waving Steelers, who happen to be winners this past Thursday at 5-3. Then we have the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals, both at 4-3. Hi there, Ann Sky. How are you? Happy Saturday, or perhaps it is Sunday, wherever you are. And thank you so much for coming by. Make sure when you all come in, you leave a thumbs up. Next, the AFC South. We have also at 6-2, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then we have the Houston Texans, 3-4, the Indianapolis Colts. I believe Black mentioned the Colts earlier. Black, if that is so, you're not looking too good, my guy. But there's still time, even though, keep in mind, we are in week number 9, and the Colts, along with the Tennessee Titans, are sitting at 3-5. What does that mean? That means you're not even at 500. Two better. Now we'll go to the AFC West, where Kansas City also are sitting at 6-2, while we have the LA Chargers 3-4, Las Vegas Raiders, and the Denver Broncos both at 3-5. So, in all of this division, we have Kansas City 6-2, Jacksonville 6-2, Baltimore 6-2, and Miami 6-2. Now, let's fly over to the NFC. That's my favorite division, if you didn't know thus far. Where the Philadelphia Eagles absolutely flew very high and are sitting alone at 7-1. Again, the Philadelphia Eagles, 7-1. My team, America's team, is sitting at 5-2. And yes, they did win last week for a little birdie who likes to talk so much stuff. Again, the Dallas Cowboys did win their game last week. However, did the Giants win their game last week? If they did, put a 1 in the chat. Next, and I do not want to harp on this too long. However, I have said this. It's in my lives. It's been on other. I am going to highlight this and keep it up for a little birdie to see. I have said this so many times. Keep in mind, I am in the DMV, and you would think I would be a Commanders fan. I am not, for several reasons. The Commanders, honestly, from my optics, could have won against Philly, but they have done what they have continued to do consecutively over the last, and I'm being generous when I say 5, but honestly, I'm looking at double digits as far as seasons are concerned. The same thing. They will show glimpses of promise. They will come out strong. They will come ahead, and then penalties, poor clock management, and just fumbling, getting sacked, pick sixes everywhere, and they end up losing games. I do not know if Coach Rivera will last throughout this regular season, but it would be a miracle. And I do believe in miracles. However, I don't see one happening here. It could be wrong, but I think this may be the end of the Rivera regime, because there is no way they're going to have a winning season. That's my stance, and I will not waver. The Washington Commanders are at present 3-5, and the lowly New York Giants, who met the lowly New York Jets and also had the opportunity to come out with the win or the dub, lost that as well. Keep in mind, those of you that have been following me, I said last season when the Giants and the Detroit Lions looked as if they were both exhumed because they had had horrible seasons. I said, this may be a turning point. Now, one of those teams are still doing well, and they lead their division. But can we say who that team is? Was it the Giants or the Lions? Any guesses? Any thoughts? Truly, as we know by the standings and by the games played thus far, and we are in, as I said, week 9, it is not the Giants. So, it's the Detroit Lions. So was the Giants' season last year a fluke? Absolutely. Absolutely. Warrior Queen Avil. The Lions. And again, I said that last year. Some of my picks have been spot on. And I said I believe that the Giant season last year was a fluke. And it appears to be just that. And as TD Sports says, Giants are trash. I concur. So, next up, we have the NFC North. Detroit, as I said, 6-2. We have the Vikings, tied 4-4. The Green Bay Packers, I'm really disappointed in them, 2-5. And the Chicago Bears, 2-6. At least they have 2 on the board. Next up, travel down to the NFC South, where Atlanta and New Orleans, both of who I do not care for, but they both are 4-4. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 3-4. And Carolina finally put up 1. So there are no teams at this time with 0 wins. So congratulations to the Carolina Panthers for putting up 1 win. Next, the NFC West. Seattle, 5-2. San Fran, 5-3. The LA Rams, 3-5. And the lowly Arizona Cardinals, 1-7. And unfortunately and embarrassingly, that team that the lowly Arizona Cardinals defeated to get that 1 on the board, dare I say, was my team. America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. So this week, and TD Sports says, Seahawks in first. Okay. So for my picks and predictions, you all can leave yours as well, or for those that may catch the replay, you can leave yours as well. Denver is on a bye, as well as Detroit, Jacksonville, and San Francisco. Again, The bye week teams are Denver, Detroit, Jacksonville, and San Francisco. So let us go with the picks. I know what QWAville is going to say already. Miami. This is actually going to be a very good game. Miami and the KC Chiefs, both at 6-2. This is going to be, in my opinion, extremely close. Both of them have been doing quite well. However, the odds are with Kansas City. That's going to be a tough one. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Perhaps this may go into overtime. So I am going to go with, let me type it in, KC and overtime. And TD Sport says, too bad that game is in Germany and the game starts at 9:30 a.m. in New York. Yes, you have to get up early. And for those that go and service, yeah. But yes, that is my selection. Yes, Warrior Queen, I'm sorry. I could be wrong, but we shall see. Again, my selection is KC in overtime. And it appears that Warrior Queen A. Bill believes that her Dolphins will win. So we shall see. We shall see. Next, we have the Minnesota Vikings, who will meet the Atlanta Falcons. Again, both of these teams are tied 4-4. Atlanta, I do not. Oh God, I can't stand Atlanta. However, the Vikings have come up with some disappointing losses. So I'm going to go out on a limb and select Atlanta. I believe this will be a low-scoring game, but Atlanta will probably walk away with the win. So my selection will be Atlanta in a low-scoring game. TD Sports says, I hope the Dolphins win, but the refs, uh-oh. All right, well, you have someone on your team, Warrior Queen. TD Sports says, I hope the Dolphins win, but the refs will favor the Chiefs, like always. Okay, it sounds like a controversial comment. Would you like to expound on that in the comment section, TD Sports Talk? Because I have not witnessed the refs favoring the Chiefs. However, there may be some, as you, who believe that they do. And Warrior Queen says, as the blind man said, we shall see. Dolphins by 7. Okay. This is being recorded, so we will go back to it on Victory Monday. All right. Warrior Queen says the Dolphins by 7. Next up, this should be a no-brainer, but who knows? Who knows in this funny world of sports? TD Sports Talk says the refs always help out the Chiefs with bad calls. I haven't seen that. Do you have any specific games that you can reference? Or is it all of them? So next up we have the 1-7 Arizona Cardinals, who will meet the Cleveland Browns. Again, the only team that the Arizona Cardinals has defeated was my Dallas Cowboys. I'm definitely going with Cleveland Browns in this game. Hands down, Cleveland over the Cards. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the cash app. I won't say your name out loud because unfortunately we know how some people are. But thank you for the cash app. I appreciate it. And TD Sports says the AFC Championship game versus the Bengals last year, for starters. Oh my, TD Sports have come out with some facts packed in his arsenal. Okay. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Rams, 3-5, and the Green Bay Packers. Again, I enjoy the Green Bay Packers, but they have been so iffy this year. I'm going to go out on a limb and select Green Bay. This may hurt me, but this is my selection. Next up, we have the Washington Commanders, who will meet the New England Patriots. Washington Commanders 3-5 and the 2-6 Patriots. Again, Washington should honestly, in my opinion, win this game, but because of their performance this entire season, I'm going to go with the Patriots. Patriots over the Commanders. Next, we have the Chicago Bears, who are at 2-6, who will meet the 4-4 New Orleans Saints. The Saints should win this game, but always I have to do an upset prediction, and that will be Chicago over the Saints. So my selection will be the Bears. Over the Saints. Yes, I said it. Next, we have Seattle and Baltimore. Seattle 5-2 and the Ravens 6-2. Ravens are looking good, so I'm selecting the Ravens over Seattle. Again, Ravens over Seattle. I don't believe it's going to be an easy win, but I think the Ravens will pull it out and bring home the win. Next, Tampa Bay 3-4, who will meet the Houston Texans, also at 3-4. That could go either way. I see it as also a low-scoring game, and I believe the Texans will win. So, Texans over Tampa Bay. Texans over Tampa Bay. Next up, Black, whose team appears to be the Colts, will meet the 1-6 Carolina Panthers. Let me just say this. If the Colts allow the 1-6 Panthers to spank that hind parts, you all deserve to be dogged. I am going with the Colts over the Panthers. No upsets or anything, just Colts over the Panthers. Place that up there. And then, who should we have next? No worries. Who should we have next? The lowly New York Giants, who will face the Las Vegas Raiders. Again, the New York Giants, 2-6, who lost last week, will meet the Las Vegas Raiders, whose standings aren't that great. However, even with their weapon of Saquon Barkley, I do not believe it's enough for them to win against the Raiders this Sunday. So I'm going with the Raiders over the Giants, which I believe will probably be an easy win. TD Sports says, I stepped away. I think you made a mistake on the Seahawks game. We shall see, because I did predict in Lobos Live last week a Denver Broncos upset. And I was correct in that. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot. I was correct in that. And the big one, everyone will be watching, is a division game, an extremely important division game, where the 5-2 Dallas Cowboys will meet the 7-1 Eagles. Now, many I already know have already placed their bets for the Eagles to win this game. I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan, and the fact that Commanders almost won that game, I'm going to select Dallas over Philly. I do not want to hear a lot of S talk. In the event I'm incorrect, but that's my selection. And that is the reason why. Dallas right now, they're feeling very confident. They look pretty healthy. And because the Commanders almost won over Philly, I'm selecting Dallas. And the final game, the Bills over the Bengals. The Bills 5-3 and the Bengals 4-3. That could go either way. However, I'm going to say this is going to be I don't want to say boring. I think it's going to be a low scoring game with the Buffalo coming out with the win. So Buffalo over the Bengals. So those are my picks and predictions for week 9 of the NFL. Those of you that may catch the replay, feel free to leave any comments. I'm going to drop this just in case someone has anything they would like to say really quickly before I go out and enjoy some of this picturesque day, because TD Talk Sports has been saying quite a bit. And then little Blackbird might fly in. He may fly in, or he may be asleep. Who knows? TD Sports says Bengals have been playing well the last few weeks. They have had the Bills number 2. Should be a good game though. And he says, good show. Glad I got to check it out. I'll do a shoe later today, if anything. Well, I will make sure if I'm around, I will check it out, or definitely the replay. And again, that is TD Sports Talk. And you have Bronx in there, so I'm going to assume that you are in New York. Hi there, member DAN Chanel. How are you? Thank you to all of the members that are here. And let me make sure I recognized all of the members. Again, DA and Chanel. We had Twin B Song. We had Warrior Queen A Phil. We had Black Edits. Who else came in? Yep, I believe that's everyone. Oh, okay. The Boogie Down Bronx. So again, members, thank you so much. Thank you, subscribers, and those that came along just to chit chat. I wanted to make sure, so I'm going to go onto my other device real quick, that everyone that was in here was able to connect. I didn't want to have too many windows open, because when you do that, this thing will throw you out. And again, Twin B, as I said earlier, if you have another page, let me know. But there are like 2, 3, and 4 coming up. And as you know, there are a lot of people that will try to mess the channel up. So we did have, okay, good. So TD Sports is in here. I want to make sure I did not miss anyone. Shops was in here earlier. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pin my members really quickly. Also, to make sure they're recognized properly. And I don't see Black from earlier, but Black is also a member. And you read this message really quickly. And thank you for that Cash App. Thank you to everyone supporting this channel. All right. Thank you, everyone. Again, have a wonderful, beautiful remainder of your Saturday, perhaps Sunday, depending upon where you are on the globe. Those that catch the replay, please be sure to leave your thoughts as far as your selections on tomorrow's game. Good luck, Warrior Queen Abel, and everyone else. Until next time, enjoy. And for those that are you in here, I'm going to put this up so you have a moment to connect with one another if you have not already, if you choose to do so. Again, I'll keep this up for a couple of moments. Everyone, enjoy.